welcome everybody. Since the new update Windows 1903, there was this new feature announced that's called Windows Sandbox mode. So the premise of that mode is actually to run apps within the computer without compromising the security of your main system. So what this basically does is it runs apps within a sandbox environment, and the sandbox environment is an environment within your main environment. So basically pretty much a virtual machine that runs on top of your main system. So how do we go about installing this feature? So the feature is present by default, so you need to be sure to open the to install the feature first. So the thing you need to do that is, first of all, go over to your start menu and right click it and go over to apps and features, then go over to programs and features on the right top corner here, and then turn Windows features on or off. Then this list will appear, and if you scroll down you will find the Windows Sandbox option, and right now you can enable it, hit OK, and just wait for the magic to happen while the files are being loaded. Okay, so the final thing you need to do then is restart the computer, and once the PC is restarted, I will show you how you can use the sandbox mode on your computer to test out certain applications. So now the installation is complete, the PC has restarted. Let's open the actual application up. So let's go over to the start menu and type in Sandbox, Windows Sandbox. There we have it. You can just click it and it will open up. It will just ask you for permission. You can just click yes. And if the first time it sets up, it's going to take a little bit longer than the next times, but every time you start it up, you always get this clean installation of a sandbox environment. And this is actually good if you're not really keen on always installing a virtual machine. The sandbox option is a lot better for developers and for people who just want to run something and see if there's an issue with some piece of software you are running on your computer and you are not very sure whether it's a problem with your computer, or maybe it's a compatibility issue with Windows. This is a clean installation of Windows, so there are no third-party software. There's no third-party software installed, and this gives you a clean slate to start over from the beginning and see if the application you're trying to run on your computer that doesn't run on your computer actually runs on a clean installation of Windows without having to install something like a virtual machine, or hell, even reinstall your entire computer. This is actually a lot easier. So the way it actually works is pretty easy. You just so I've got this list of a couple of executables over here. Let's just say I want to install 7-zip on this computer. I would just copy it and then I would paste it over here. I've tried drag and drop. Drag and drop does not work, so you cannot go ahead and drag that over there. That doesn't work that way. So you'll have to copy it, and then you can copy it over here and open it up, and then you can install the application, and in the sandbox mode it will be installed. So right now we have 7-zip file manager installed. If I would close up the sandbox and open it again, then you will see that the 7-zip application is no longer installed on this system, and the file we copied onto the desktop is also gone. So the installation is always a clean installation. So this gives you a good environment to test applications that you are trying to open. So there are some things you need to test before you install this. So first of all, if you would go over to your task manager by right-clicking the taskbar down below, go over to task manager, give yourself a little bit more details, and then go over to performance. Then you have to be sure that virtualization is enabled, and if it's not enabled, you'll have to enable it in the BIOS. But unfortunately, every BIOS is different. I cannot show you how to enable virtualization in your BIOS. Therefore, you'll need to contact your manufacturer or maybe the motherboard's user manual. The next thing you'll need to make sure of is that you're running a Windows 10 Pro environment. To check out if you're running a Windows 10 Pro environment, you can go over to your Start menu, right click it, go over to System, and then go down to Edition over here, and it should say Windows 10 Pro. So that's how you can check that out. If it just says Windows 10, then you're not running a Pro environment. You can change the product key and upgrade your edition over here. If you are running a Windows 10 home environment, you can paste the product key over here. And if you do not have a product key, you can buy that off of Kingwin. I'll link a link to the Windows 10 Pro in their shop, and it's very much discounted. I believe it's, it's I think Windows 10 Pro on its own costs about $200, and I think that on Kingwin you can get it for like 30. So it's a pretty good deal over there, and it doesn't have to break the bank for you. So yeah, that's basically it. This was me showing you how to enable the sandbox mode in Windows 10 1903, and also how to copy applications to the sandbox and run them from within the sandbox. So yeah, that was that. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like and a comment below. And if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.